Hey there guys, welcome back to another sexy review. My name is Simon, and today we have the LG G Flex. So let me just point out that this phone isn't flexible. No, it's actually quite solid. It's in league with the Galaxy Note phones, and it does a good job of rising to the challenge too. It has a curvature to it, which would suggest that its main idea is to be used for videos and games and such. Weighing in at 177 grams, as I mentioned before, it's pretty damn solid. Other than that, there is 3 buttons on the back, which is really easy to get used to. It has no other buttons on the side or anything for that matter. The buttons on the back are power, standby controls, and the volume buttons. Something that should be mentioned is that this is a very much sealed unit, so there's no replacing the battery on this one. And the screen size is a healthy 6 inches with an average 245 ppi, which isn't so bad, but certainly low for phablet standards. It displays at 720p, which is fair enough for LG's first shot at the phablet range, and it sets a good standard for the future, but it's still pretty low considering that there are other phones on the market that kind of smash that out the water. The LG G Flex uses the Snapdragon 800 chipset featuring a quad-core CPU 2.26 GHz Crate 400 CPU and an Adreno 330 GPU. A lot of the phones in 2014 have been using this chipset until recently, so you're still very much in line with the tech here. I wouldn't worry about this phone going out of date anytime soon. At first launch, it came with Jelly Bean, but now can be updated to KitKat. And with that in mind, obviously, I just want to point out that this phone was released exactly November last year. It is still quite a strong contender for today's phones. As a base standard, you have 32GB of memory accompanied with 2GB of RAM, so there's more than a healthy amount of memory for apps and photos. There is not an SD card slot, however, so if you plan on taking any music with you, you're going to have to transfer it via your PC or Bluetooth, etc. The camera pack's a decent 13 megapixels, which has been effective and produces some decent quality pictures. It has a decent flash on it as well, but I found that it seems to do okay in low light situations. Perhaps not a phone you want to be taken to gigs, but it will be effective in a low sunset, for example. It also has a 2.1 megapixel facing camera, so there's decent selfie material there. Both cameras can record at 1080p, the back at 60 frames per second, and the front at 30 frames per second. The battery is a hefty 3500 mAh battery to power the hefty screen. It does last a decent amount of time, roughly 2 days, or less if you're using it intensively. Expect it to warm up a bit, especially during gaming and films. So with this phone, the whole selling point is that it is curved and meant to be a more immersive experience during games and films. Honestly, as the screen is so small, when it comes to thinking like that, it kind of makes me think the whole curve thing is a bit pointless. On top of that, it has a single speaker on the back of the phone to which your fingers or palm is going to cover whenever you try to watch something or play something. Good idea, just badly executed. Gives us hope for the next Flex. This kind of phone just screams for stereo speakers at least. However, if you don't mind that and you want a good gaming phone, then this one would certainly be worth your money. That's all guys. If you want to check out the prices on our website at www.webuy.com, you can check for cash or how much we sell it for, or just visit your local sex store and just ask for more inquiries. Thanks very much. See you next time.